What's going on, everybody? This is Jen coming at you on my downtime. Hope you're all having a great day. The last video that I did was entitled YouTube Theory Discussion, and apparently it did bring up a discussion. Of course, I had commented back on the comments that I received on this video, which is good. It's good to get some kind of feedback. Let me just, even though I had commented back, I want to go ahead and read over the comments via video as a response, just as a way to keep the discussion going. The first comment on this, if I can read it, because this bright light is killing me. I don't think we can use other people's copyrighted music. I do know that my videos have been used by other websites to generate traffic to their site. That's not cool with me at all, but at the same time, I like to promote my own videos on Facebook. Okay, this comment is coming from X-Rotaire Bill, if I pronounced that right. I hope I didn't butcher that, but I don't mind if other websites use my video content as long as they give me, what do you call it? I keep hearing background noise. But I don't mind if other websites use my content or whatever, or put my content on their websites. I've noticed that a lot of websites have done that with a lot of my previous videos that I would make, different DIY videos that I would make, which is fine with me, as long as they give me due credit for it. However, I do understand your point of view, and I can agree with that also. I think it really should be up to us as to, you know, where we want our content, where we want to post it, this, that, the other. In my comment to this comment, I'd said that, you know, as long as big recording companies don't ask YouTube to ask you to take it down, there's really nothing wrong with using music in your videos, so long it's by like a royalty-free artist or some sort of independent artist. I've noticed that a lot of big names out there are actually becoming independent and a lot less greedy because they've had to deal with greed in the music industry, especially when it comes to record labels owning their work and only giving them like small cuts of the proceeds that their work had generated, and that's not good. You know, if you're an artist, you should be paid in full for everything that you do, and that might actually stop the worrying and complaining about piracy, because you're getting paid, so you don't have to worry about people spreading your work around. I think, in fact, that should be flattering that other people really care about what you do that much. The next comment that I got was from Torpino again, and this makes a lot of sense, because I've seen this person he's talking about do that. He says, Shane Dawson is a great example of that. You nailed it. What he means by Shane Dawson is a great example of that. He means that Shane Dawson is a great example of taking other people's work, pirating it, and using it in his videos without their consent. I think that if anything, if you don't put up something if you put up something that's not royalty-free or under any commons licenses, you should not be able to use that content for your own content. So I do agree with that. He continues by saying he has all the celebrities, and he even uses their photos while he collects the cash. No, I think it's more along the lines of what you said. Okay, yeah, that is true. I think it's, you know, that pretty much expounds on, you know, what he had been saying in his comment, Torpino again, talking about Shane Dawson and the fact that he uses famous people's content in order to up, you know, his views and the rank of his views. And, you know, if you want to do that, it's whatever. I don't agree with it personally. I think that anybody who puts their content out there should get due rewards for their work that they actually originally did, instead of taking photos of celebrities and stuff like that as fillers or things to attract other people to your content. I think that is kind of pitiful and pathetic. You should be able to work off your own creativity and not off of big names. That is piggybacking, and I personally don't believe in piggybacking to, you know, become somebody, like I said in my video. before this one that started this discussion. I really do believe that you should create your own work and get credit for that. So yeah, as far as Shane Dawson goes, I unsubscribed to him a long time ago. I subscribed to him originally only because I liked his content, only because I could see the comedic value in it. However, outside of that, it's just really stupid entertainment. It doesn't really do much for me. He doesn't actually talk about anything meaningful, so that it doesn't. So because it doesn't really touch on that side of, you know, what I like to view, I don't really view his stuff that much. But you know, when I realized that he was using other proprietary works for his self-gain, I kind of just decided to let him go. I don't care about his channel. He can go ahead and piggyback off of people all he wants and think that that's okay, but it's really not. It's no wonder why Google is separate from YouTube on that note, because Google had undergone so many of their own lawsuits. I don't think they want to collect more lawsuits from their subsidiary YouTube for allowing big users like Shane Dawson to do things like that. There are huge legal battles coming up, I'm sure, as far as that goes. The next comment was by Tatsdeej. Hello! Oh yeah! He says, "This is why I've gone almost strictly to doing vlogs. Although, like I stated in my most recent video, I don't know what, they still found a way to remove my monetization. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. I mean, if you're gonna go to the bare minimum and YouTube is still denying you monetization because they believe that your content is not original, even though it clearly is, that's fucked up." He continues to say, "It was just a vlog, nothing more, nothing less. I've even quit using my intro simply because even the music was royalty-free," which I'm sure it was. "I just didn't want to deal with the hassle." And this is true because I watched Tatsdeej's channel and, excuse me. Ooh! I did notice that he did use royalty-free music from an independent artist, which whom he gave credit to for, you know, that music. And he even told me that he expressly asked the independent artist if he could use that song in his intro, and of course the artist gave him permissions to do so. So with that exchange going on, I don't see the problem either, and I think that what YouTube is doing as far as, you know, restricting your work goes is ridiculous. Yeah, it's retarded. I don't understand why YouTube is, you know, making us cut back on our own creativity, basically telling us what to do, what not to do, what to say, what not to say. That's outside of legal confines. I don't see how that's acceptable. I don't see how telling a person how to vlog and what to say and how to live is acceptable. That's retarded. Seriously, next comment is from Super Pone Ranger. Okay, I don't really know you, but I'm gonna read your comment anyway. Because I think that, you know, outside of the terminology in your dialogue, what you say is making sense. You say, "So in short, what you're saying is Google is playing corporate mole by using people to get free content. In return, they get money, and the people basically got trolled." Yes, that is true. You know, according to this theory and what's going on, that's exactly what I feel YouTube is doing. I feel that they're going over all of our content and using it, using our proprietary value, meaning what we put out there originally, our original content, for their revenue gain, instead of allowing us to gain revenue from our efforts. So what you're saying right there, you know, is pretty much, is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. And he continues to say, "So it's all legal because you don't own it in the first place, so you have no right to a claim." Sounds like a corporate mole greed to me, yes indeed. Yeah, you know, when he said that statement, "So it's legal because you don't own it," etc., etc., what he was doing was he was being sarcastic there. And yeah, I can't believe it, you know, like, YouTube wants us so badly to follow the law, the website terms, the community guidelines, this, that, the other thing, when in fact a lot of the activity that goes on over YouTube is illegal. I mean, you can't tell somebody what they can and can't say. The First Amendment covers that. You can't inhibit a person's video popularity because of their religious or spiritual background that they come from, which I have noticed personally. That goes against the First and 14th Amendment. So a lot of what goes on as far as like the cherry picking, as far as who's popular on this website and who can get away with illegal activity and who can't goes, it's extremely twisted and convoluted, yet YouTube still allows this kind of activity to go on. This has been my video response to my original video discussion on the YouTube theory 2013. If you want to add to this discussion, please leave your comments below or video response. I appreciate either one, and I look forward to keeping this discussion going. Thank you for viewing me, and I will see you on the next one.